Hi guys, welcome back to another episode of Ark Survival Evolved here on the Mega series. Today we're going to do a little RG taming. We have a 116 RG here that was just attacked. I have flown around forever. I've seen this guy twice. It's the highest level I can find on the island. So I thought we might go ahead and tame him. Maybe try to find a max level later. Right now I need something that's going to be able to kill off some of these other RGs so they can get some respawns going on. So what I've done is I grabbed a low-level Sonoma Crops. He's not a very good one, but what he can help us with is carrying stuff in his inventory. He very greatly reduces the weight on these things. So here, let's go with the foundations. We have 6 foundations for 12 pounds of weight. In our inventory you can see it's 24. So he cuts everything by half, which is great. Let's see here. We'll do stamina because I like for you to fly. Let's go ahead and build our pen here. This is the pen that I like to use. Works pretty well. Doesn't take long to set up. Like I said, you can carry a Sonoma Crops in your pocket and it really makes things a lot easier. And I'm using the S Plus structures, which also makes things a little easier because everything just tends to kind of snap. Let's put this on manual. Alright. Get our walls put up here. One more. And then we'll put our ceilings up. Alright, now that we have that done, I have a couple of pillars here that go here and here. And that way we can fly our pterodon through and the RG can't get through. Okay, so now let's grab our... I meant to rename this, but I didn't. Grab our pterodon here. See if we can find this RG real quick. There you are. We'll grab his aggro, lead him up to the trap. This is one of the best ways I found. I have another method too if we find another one that I will show y'all. There we go. Follow me. I just like to tap fast fly every now and then just to keep him right off of me, but I can still keep him close enough to keep aggro. And this allows us to just take him right over to our trap. We'll fly through the other end here. We'll pick this guy up so we ain't got to worry about him. Close our door. And we have our RG trapped. So let's see which one's going to be the best here. Let's put these right down here on this bow. Go ahead and try to get this guy knocked out. If he'll stay still for us for a second. That's doing a whole lot of damage. I don't know. We'll just have to take this slow and kind of see. Let's go ahead and swap. I don't like the way that's looking. Probably should have found something to feed this guy. Let him heal up a little bit, but maybe we'll be okay here. We have about 4 more times we can shoot him. He's pretty hurt, but we should be fine. 2 more. We'll just let that torpedo. There we go. Alright. So, with the awesome spyglass pre-tame, you can go ahead and look and see what levels are pumped into what. We have 23 in health, 23 in the melee, 17 in the stamina. So as far as stats go of what he got, that's not health, that's weight. 23 in weight's not bad. Health, he got 14, so not that great. But he still has 1.4 health, so hopefully we'll get a good roll when we tame this guy up. Make sure nothing else is around. Go ahead and cut our awesome spyglass off. We're going to use our awesome teleporter. I didn't show this in the last video. So this is the remote to the awesome teleporter. It takes almost the same as it does to make a teleporter, but we can just click this here. When we go down, go to our mega base, and we're just going to grab some mutton real quick to tame this guy up. Shouldn't take much, so let's just take 10. My taming rates are fairly high, so. And then we'll go to last remote location. Should take us right back to our Archie. So this guy's a level 116, which is not bad. We'd like to see level 150. But like I said, I flew around this whole island, looked at just about every RG on it. This is the highest level one I could find. Also, with the awesome spyglass, we can take a look here. And with cooked mutton, it's going to take 4 feedings. If it was to go find some raw prime meat, it would only take 3, but that's not bad. So we're going to let this guy tame up, and then we'll check out his stats. While we're sitting here waiting, there's one thing I forgot to mention. So while I was flying around trying to find a decent level RG, I collected up a lot of drops, and this is what we got. So we got a lot of blueprints. A lot of these is completely useless. I don't need that, none of that. That's actually a pretty good drop right there. We're going to keep that. That'll come in handy when we maybe get ready to tame some reapers and stuff. That's pretty decent armor. That's absolutely useless. That's not bad. That's really good. We might see about crafting that up before too long. It takes a lot of metal though. But all these building blueprints are completely useless. I have nothing I can do with those. With the auto Ingrams I have. I did chuck some stuff into the Sonoma crops here. All of this come out of loot with the exception of the door frames here. We got all this stuff in drops. I even went down to the desert area looking for RGs and just simply could not find one. So, but we got some pretty good saddles actually. Let's see. The Ankleo saddle we'll use for sure. I don't know if we'll use that. The Gallimimus we'll probably use. The Iguanodon we'll probably use. I don't know if I'll tame a Manta or not. I might tame one of those just because I have a saddle. And the Woolly Rhino, same thing. I might tame one of those just because I have the saddle. I usually tame a Sarco. I like them pretty well. I think they're a great water starting dino. So we'll probably use that, and we'll definitely use the saber-tooth saddle. I actually have a saber-tooth at the base I brought over from the starter base I showed y'all guys in the last video. So I did bring all those dinos over. So we have a few more at the base now. But definitely got to find ourselves some higher level dinos. Everything was real low level. Just what I found right there around the starter base. So this is going to be the next step into killing off low levels and getting higher levels in. This should be a decent RG for us to start with. What did I just hear? I don't know. But also meant to talk about the last video. It was a little long, and so I had to cut and trim a lot out of it. I don't plan on doing that very often, so hopefully this video will be a little shorter. I don't have quite as much I need to accomplish in this video, and so it'd be less cuts. I kind of like to show y'all just about everything that I do, with the exception of, you know, boring stuff like just flying across the map or building large buildings or something like that. But I like for y'all to be along for the trip. So, and I had to cut a lot out of that last video. But anyways, this guy's a little over halfway done, so not much longer now. We'll get him up and check him out. Okay, this guy should be getting up any minute now. As you can see, we lost 0.1% taming effectiveness, so we should get the max amount of points out of it, and so we have a total of 24 points in the health for 2.1k. Not bad. Not the best, but pretty good starter bird. For stamina, we got 21 points. Looks like oxygen, we got 29 points, completely useless. Food, 31 points, completely useless. Movement speed, we have 8, but it says 100%, so I don't know what's going on there. But 30 points into weight, that's going to be very useful, and 29 points into melee, which will be extremely useful. So let's go ahead and, wrong gun, pick all of our structures up here. Once again, this is the S Plus tool, very useful. I did turn foundation support off in my settings, so that is why. I think we've stuck all we can stick into our Sonoma crops here now. Okay. Let's see if our pterodon will carry us now. He will not. Let's see here. I think we can get you rid of some of these saddles that we're probably not going to use. I really don't think I'm going to tame a mantis, so we can get rid of that. We can get rid of that. Okay, we should be able to put some more of this onto our Sonoma crops now. And that did make a little difference. And our base is over this way. So we'll see you guys when we get there. Okay, so we're coming back into base here. As it loads in. Slow flight over. Alright, and we've made it back. So, throw our RG out. Let's go put some of our stuff away, make a saddle for it. We'll check it out. See just how good that it actually is. I need to make one of those pikes. That's going to be awesome. Let's see, let's take the saddles and the armor out. We'll put the rest of our taming pin in. You can actually stay here for now. We'll throw this in here. Okay. So actually, I think I have a... yeah, I do. Saddle on one of these guys. I didn't mean to get on you. Let's grab your saddle. And take you for a test spin. Alright. So, let's go ahead and pump some stamina. Up to 1,000. One pump. It's not bad. And let's go over here and see if we can take on these Allosauruses. It's been a little close to my base for a little too long. You know what? Let's attack this itchy bird first to see just how much damage we're going to do. Ooh, 132, not great. Where'd you go, itchy bird? Well, managed to find it, so that works. Okay, where are these Allosauruses at? I'm going to go ahead and pump one into melee to see what we get. That's not bad. Let's go ahead and do two into melee. There they are. There's the 68. 112. Let's just go ahead and kill both of these guys. And there's one down. One more. Alright. Not bad. Got rid of those guys anyways. 8 levels too. Wow. Let's do 1 into health. Gave us quite a bit. Let's do 3 into stamina. We'll do... 2 into health and 2 into melee. Let's go see if we can kill something else. Let's kill a stego, why not? Oh, he got us. Get our stamina back now. Heal up a little bit. Alright, we got our stamina back now, so... what else do we have over here? I think we actually have some more Allosauruses on top of this hill, so we'll check them out. Just can't hit that guy. 12, 12, 12, they're all 12. One more? Alright. So that should have gained us some levels as well. 2. Okay. Let's see here. Definitely wait. And let's do another one in melee. Get those 2 things up. That way we could use it to kind of fight and to carry some dinos around. This is going to be awesome for when we finally get an RG. We better carry him over and gather up a whole bunch of metal. And the Doedicurus the same, because we're going to need some stone, because probably going to build some more. Get back over here to the base. There's a couple more things I want to show y'all. So glad to have an Argy. Now, like I said, I can fly around, kill the low levels, let the high levels spawn in. Maybe get a couple of max levels that we can breed. And speaking of breeding, that's actually one of the things I was wanting to show you. Alright. Well, for one, I've done some upgrades on the base. I've been kind of working away. As you can see, the industrial grill here has 500 slots. That was something I changed in the I files, so I gave it a few more slots. That way I don't have to shuffle meat in and out quite as often. But we do have a refrigerator now. You can see the ladder where I was trying to replace that refrigerator. We have power. Have a fabricator. So we got some upgrades going on the base here. But the big thing is, I finally collected up enough eggs to go ahead and make one of these. I think it takes re-fertilizer. Yes, re-fertilizer. So that's going to be something that we have to start working on crafting. But I think I'm going to put this guy right out here, because I believe this is where I'm going to do most of my breeding. I'm going to put him, I think, just right in the middle here. And also, I went into the I files and I upped this to 500 slots as well, so it'll hold more eggs. Normally, if you have S Plus and you don't change the I, then this will only hold 100. And I was placing like 4 of them down. I finally got tired of that, so I just went in and changed how much it would actually hold. But these guys are awesome because I can line this whole area right here. Let's just go ahead and show range. Show range. So anything within this blue bubble, we'll see if it goes all the way to the end here. Far enough, because I don't want any dinos down here getting into the water. So all this area here, I can line dinos up and down both sides, and just have them set to breeding, and this will pick up eggs. Of course, like Thylas have babies, it doesn't pick those up. But there is another item we have that can do that, so we will do that in the future. But this will pick up all the eggs. So any dino that lays eggs, you set them to breeding, go on a little mission, come back, have a whole bunch of eggs incubated, ready to just hatch. So this is going to be a very useful tool, especially when it comes to breeding a lot of dinos, getting mutations and stuff like that. This right here saves so much time. So I just want to show y'all that it automatically picks up eggs, so you don't have to worry about it. Incubates them to 1%, so when you throw them out, they hatch. Absolutely amazing tool. That, along with the nanny, makes life so much easier. So when we get into doing some breeding later on, we'll be using that quite a bit. So, and while we're at it, I just want to show you some other things here, because we're going to make an item collector. Can we make one of those now? We can. So we got to get the fuel for that too, because that uses propellant. So that's going to be a trip to the desert. We have to have sulfur and cactus sap to make that. The farmer and the gardener work hand in hand. We'll place them over there next to the wall under the greenhouse, more than likely, so they can do their job, along with some dung beetles. There's the nanny that we'll put out next to the hatchery. So this guy right here, the harvester, if anybody knows how this guy works, feel free to let me know. I've tried using him once before, and I can't quite figure out exactly what he does. He doesn't really seem to be collecting anything. I had some dedicated storages and everything else, and I'm not real sure that he was doing anything, which I set him to where he wouldn't upload to dedicated storage because I wanted to see if he was actually collecting anything, but I couldn't tell. So the item aggregator and the item collector both do about the same thing. The item aggregator has a few more options of what you can do with it, so we'll have to get that started later on as well. So where do I want to put this guy? Because he's going to be collecting all kinds of stuff for us. So I think right here for now will be good. Alright. And so, of course, we can't use him quite yet because he either needs a tech generator to run, or he needs propellant. And we're going to have him pick up medium, large, massive, sterile eggs, all this from anything that produces it. Of course, he's not going to work till we get fuel in him, but and then he will also distribute items as well. So if we get dung beetles and we get this guy going, he will collect up all the dinos' poops and keep them stuffed into the dung beetles. The farmer takes the fertilizer out of the dung beetles, puts them into the crop plots, and the gardener takes all your crops out of the crop plots, puts them into one place, and acts like a refrigerator. So those things we will have eventually, especially when we start to get our garden going. But that's going to be a little bit later on. We need quite a bit more metal to make everything, and we got to make some specialty things. It's not going to be too long, just a little bit of grinding, so not too bad. And I think that's going to be it for today, guys. I hope you enjoyed the RG taming and covering some of the S+ structures. As we get the S+ structures, I will go over a little bit more in detail about how those items work. I know we kind of just threw out a couple today, but we didn't really go over what they do. We will as we get them activated and actually start using them. They're going to make our life a lot easier around the base. So I really enjoy using these. Hopefully this will provide a little help and clarity into all that you can do with them. But anyways, I hope you've enjoyed the video. Hope you have a wonderful day, and we'll see you on the next one. Bye.